Hello, I'm Koko La Douce. We're blabbing about burlesque 2019 at BHoF. And this young, sympathetic, sexy creature next to me is Jet Noir. I have no idea who he is.
People ask me if there's any separation between the Jet Noir they see on stage and, just the regular guy at home with his cats. There's not really much difference. Fortunately, I don't have to lead a double life and hide what I do from my, day job and all of that.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what I do. And so because of that, I am completely myself, whether I'm creating an idea to bring to the stage or if I'm on stage, any of that, it's all completely me.
So it's all Jet Noir.
Yep. Hopefully it changes, right?
Of course.
Because yes, it's always been in there, but it's always evolving along with me and my life experiences and that sort of thing,
Yeah. For me, I started I started with burlesque, and I had to give myself a name because that's what you do. I thought Koko because Koko of the Gorilla. I had one meeting with her, and that was one of my most precious things in my life. With every act I did, I found out more about what is inside of me and what became more and more my new me, in a way. Now I feel like you, there is no difference between Franzi Lötscher and Koko La Douce anymore. But for me, that was a whole process. Jet, why does it matter for you to be on BHoF stage?
Whenever I travel and perform burlesque and I look at either the audiences that are watching or the other cast members in the show, then it's very rare that I see any other people that look like me. And so it's important for me to be on not only a lot of stages, but also big stages where a lot of people in the burlesque community are going to see, because if there's ever anyone that sees me perform and they come up to me later and say, oh, I've never seen a black man do this, then that expanded their thought process around burlesque, right? And that's great, because that may cause them to go to a lot more shows or different shows or things like that, and they're going to look for and be excited about that variety in future lineups and things like that. So I just want to show the world that whatever you may think burlesque looks like, maybe it doesn't look like that.
Does that mean that your themes of the acts are around that too?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. Just you are there. That's enough message already.
Right.
In that direction.
Because I don't necessarily, well, sure, there may be some acts where I will discuss what it's like to have the lived experience of a black man. That's not necessarily a common thing. I'm not going to think of maybe 2 acts that might have that theme.
Yeah.
Other cases, then it's just, I'm just up there being myself and telling a story or expressing myself in whatever way. But again, the audience may not see someone that looks like me expressing themselves in this way.
Yeah.
And so if that'll expand on someone's manner of thinking, then great.
Yeah.
So we're both performing on the BHoF stage this weekend. What does it mean for you to be up there as a soloist?
First of all, I feel it's an ego thing. I feel very blessed that I get invited, that I get recognized. And then I also see it as a huge opportunity to, they give me room and time to make my donation to burlesque. So what do I want to say? And also, what do I want to say to this world, to the whole community? So that is kind of my main thing. Thank you for wanting to know what my opinion is.
Right on.
Also, when I attend the community, I see that the glamour we're doing is, it draws lots of people that just are attracted to that glamour. And I see lots of performers that only go with the ego, and it's all about them. And for me, that's kind of like burlesque cancer, I call it. Because for me, the art form we're doing, or maybe even art itself, is a digestive system. And I see it like the audience has the power and they give us power. And it's a process to be able to welcome that power and really take it in and make it go in a process and then shit it back out into the world and see what happens. And it's, you know, you put shit on the dirt and then the flowers bloom. So it can come back. And sometimes I miss that a little bit in the community. That what about if burlesque is not that much about ourselves, not that much as we maybe think it is? I think if we connect more with the vulnerable parts of ourselves and with the others, we get so many gifts that that can bring us on a whole different journey.
You know, I think that it's great when people create burlesque or any art for themselves.
Yeah.
However, I think and I think you touched on this a little bit, if you get too lost in the aspect of just doing it for yourself, then you forget that the art you create, once you release it out into the world, it no longer belongs to you, because, you know, it sort of belongs to the, you know, hundreds of different perceptions that come from the audience. You know, the audience is going to perceive it in whatever way they will, and then their perception is going to make it their own experience, and we can't really take that back or have a say in that.
Yeah.
You know, so with that being said, I think that if we do make an effort to also create art specifically for others, to say, okay, here's a story that I want to tell that I know people can relate to, but it's not 100% about me, then I think that that creates a chance for greater reach.
What do you hope for the future for burlesque?
I've been seeing a trend of a lot of people becoming producers so that they can create the shows that they are not seeing, that they're tired of not seeing, that they want to see more of. And I think that that trend is going to continue into the future. But what I would love to see is those who decide to become producers to actually get some education around it first, instead of just producing because they have the financial means to do so.
Yeah.
I'm Jet Noir. This is Koko La Douce. This has been Blabbin Bout Burlesque here at BHoF 2019.